Okay, here we go. This is a continuation of the PowerShell project that I had going on before, where I wanted to have several MP4 files playing back to back. I want to run this programmatically, not through the GUI, and I want to use Windows Media Player specifically. So, I've gotten as far as being able to start the process and getting it to play to completion. Unfortunately, it doesn't automatically load to the next video. I'd have to close it out and then it would jump into the next video. So I hope to continue from that point on. I'm just going to bring up PowerShell again. Now, just to go over the basics, I am able to open up Windows Media Player through PowerShell like so, using a start process and the file path going to the executable. With that, I can also stop the process. Easy enough. Now, I can also try to bring up the path to the video file that I want. Open it up. Unfortunately, when I try to actually just stop the process, it doesn't shut off the player automatically. Now, I've been doing some checking and I can create a string for each path for each video and then start the process and then start the following process. I would have to use like a wait process in order to slow things down and then try to stop the process. Unfortunately, it does not automatically bring up the next video. I did a PowerShell script. Let's see. It comes up as this one over here. Let me go to edit mode. And this is what it looks like, where I create the string for video 1, 2, and 3. So I start the process, opens up the executable, the argument list brings up the first string, and then from there you have the wait process. So as soon as the video ends, it would go into wait mode. Then I would try to start the next process. This is the part where it gets stuck. It waits and it does not close. So therefore I would have to manually close it and then it would automatically go on to the next and then to the next. And I can demonstrate that here, running it with PowerShell. Let me push forward and then it would stop right there. Now I do have the option to press here to go forward, but I don't think it goes any further. No, it does not. So I would have to manually close it, and then the next would happen. Also another manual close. It moves on to the last one. And then that's it. What I am working towards is trying to get to that final string. So it would be something similar to this. Let me see if I can bring that up. And here's the example where I would ask the question of how do you close media player after the first MP4 file finishes, or how do you end a media player process after the first MP4 file finishes. And it would come up something similar to this. Let me bring up a notepad file. this would be the example. Where I would create the path as was seen before, and then it would go through the wait process, and then from there that stop process script, and this is where it would end. I tried adding a timer to it where it would be something like start sleep and then attach some kind of time, so it would go right around here in between the wait process and the stop process. And that's not it. Hold on. Copy this over and place it here. And let me just try to add that to the PowerShell screen and see how it runs. And we're just going to attach it here. So you'll see my first MP4 file, and there's the path for video 1 and video 2. We start the process, and the argument list goes for that video. I believe I actually just bypassed the entire string and went for just the path. Let's see what happens. And nothing, so we would actually have to put the string back in. So on our next attempt, we will have the string in there and we will run it, and that pushes through, and as you see it gets to the end, it does not close out the media player. So we're aware that the stop process can work, it's just not working in this order that's going on right now. So our next phase will be controlling whether or not we have to close out the media player and let the rest of the script automatically bring up the other one, or if we can load within the existing media player. That's our next goal.